Hi everybody, I'm Nancy Hassel and I'm the founder and president of Long Island Pet Professionals, and you know what this video means. It must be a Tuesday tip day, and today I'm happy to bring you Linda Williams of Williams Media. Thanks for being here on your busy weekend to shoot this.
My pleasure.
So some of you may remember Linda from an event we had in Floral Park over the summer, and she talked about how to bring marketing to the next level. So Linda is an expert in marketing. She has an MBA, over 20 years experience, and is soon going to launch something called Brand Counselor. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, Brand Counsel is really an evolution of the marketing that I've been doing, and it's about teaching business owners and individuals how to market their business, but really from the inside out. It's about how do they want to communicate, what do they want to communicate, and helping them get that message out.
Wow, that's great. I can't wait to see it. I know it's going to be awesome. So Linda has helped a lot of our members with their branding and marketing and really help them bring their business to the next level. And I know that some of the people that are just starting out, or that I've noticed over the past 4 years, that a lot of people are afraid to get into the marketing aspect of things. They're not really quite sure what to do next, and they're not sure what return on investment or ROI of marketing is. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure, it's really taking a calculation and deciding, is the money that you spent, whether it's an ad or banner ad or something in a paper or a table at an event, did that bring you a return? And so it's very simple, but it's really about measuring. It's like anything else, you know, it's a feedback tool. It tells you, did it work, did it not work? Okay,
and so what would you tell somebody that was just starting out? Like I get a lot of people saying to me, well, I don't have the budget to go and spend $50,000, $200,000 on marketing. So what would you say like some of the steps would be for somebody to start with their small business, or even if it's a larger business that really want to get into the pet industry, what would they do for marketing to get a good return on investment?
Well, a return on investment doesn't have to just be dollars. It can be the time that you spent, or if you did a barter with somebody. It really starts with defining what is it that you're trying to accomplish. Are you trying to accomplish a sales number? Are you trying to accomplish a certain number of new email addresses? What is it? So start with defining what you're trying to achieve. That would be the first step.
Okay, so like set a goal, a marketing goal, and a return on investment on that one first step. So what would you say the first step somebody should be taking? Do you know? Do you have, depends on what it is?
I think it really depends on the business. So for example, if it was a pet retailer,
okay,
and they really need to get sales and new customers, and they decided to place an ad in a local paper. I know somebody, it cost them about $900 to do that. Wow. And so the key was to track it. So when people came in with that coupon, the store owner tracked that, and at the end of it, when she was done, a month later, she realized that the $900 investment brought her $4,000 worth of customers that she never would have had. So that's a very positive return on investment.
So tracking is huge and very important, because how are you going to know?
Have to track, it's the key.
Right, and how did she track it? Was it a coupon?
It was a coupon, and she only had one ad out at that time.
Oh,
so
smart.
Anything that came in. The other key is you have to ask people, because sometimes they forget the coupon, how did you hear about us?
Right.
You know, that's a really simple thing, but every single customer should be asked that, whether it's you have an online business or an in-person business.
Right, if it's a retail store, it's really simple to say, hey, you want to fill out right here for your email address, we'll send you a newsletter, and there might be specials in that as well.
But even things like a sign out front. So there's a dog trainer that I know, and they have their business behind a veterinary clinic.
Okay.
They have a sign out front, but unless they ask people, how did you hear about us, and people say, well, I saw your sign, they don't know if the sign's working or not.
Right.
So even though they may have spent that money 2 years ago, you're still measuring that.
Okay, so aside from taking an ad out in a newspaper or having a sign out front, what else could somebody do for their marketing efforts? Maybe somebody that doesn't have the biggest budget but has some money to spend.
Well, even if you have no money to spend, it's really about what are you trying to accomplish, right? So what's the goal?
Right.
And then planning out what you're trying to do. So you'd have to figure out, you know, if you're trying to just get new customers or some branding, brand awareness, you know, what are the different, I call them touch points, that people would find you? You know, Facebook, website, other referrals, other businesses, advertisements. Are you doing an event? What is it that you're doing? And then figure out how to track that. Everything is trackable. Everything is measurable. Right.
And then what is it that you're doing is a huge thing for me, because you know I work in public relations. You've worked in public relations, so a lot of people come to you with nothing, and it's like, well, how do you want me to promote you if you're not doing anything, right? So that's another part of your marketing efforts.
And to that point, the way you're measured is how many clippings, you know, how many mentions in a newspaper and The value would be if it's a smaller publication with fewer readers or a bigger publication, so that's a return on investment as well.
Right.
So even if you did that yourself, you know, your time, and a lot of times business owners never assign a dollar value to their time. And that's a mistake, because if it takes you 15 hours to do something, you have to assign a dollar value, and then you can calculate a return. So say you spent 15 hours updating your website or working on Facebook, and you're getting customers that way, you can say it worked or it didn't work.
Right, and I think that's huge. A lot of people don't do that, especially if people charge hourly. They need to know what that base is going to be. Otherwise, you just throw money out the door because you're not paying attention to it.
Right, and sometimes it is less expensive in the end to pay someone else to do it who's an expert who will do it faster.
Right.
So it could take a business owner who doesn't have experience 15 hours, could take an expert 3 hours, and it's actually a positive number for them.
That's true. Any other quick tips for return on investment before we finish up our Tuesday tips today?
Yeah, I think you have to keep trying different things, and you have to keep measuring, and it's okay, and you must plan it out. It can't be a hit and run. It can't be someone comes to your door and says, hey, I have this great opportunity for you. Define your goal, plan it out, how are you going to do it, track and measure it.
Great. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thank you everybody for watching, and if you're interested in hooking up with Linda and finding out more, her contact information is right below on the website. Thank you very much.